Good morning, it's Yaki here with today's devotional. On Sunday, Brad preached on the story of Jonah. We all know the story. The word of the Lord came to Jonah, telling him to go to the city of Nineveh to warn them that they need to repent of their wickedness or face the wrath of God. While Jonah did not like this instruction from God and thought he could maybe opt out by fleeing in the opposite direction of Nineveh. Well, we know how the story goes. God sends a storm, and out of fear, the sailors of the ship Jonah was in threw him overboard, where he was then swallowed by a big fish and spat out after 3 days. In today's world, gone are the days of a few famous prophets who are the only ones hearing and getting instructions from God. We believers are a royal priesthood, and we all have access to God, and God is speaking to each of us. We all, as God's church, have a mission as commanded in Jesus' Great Commission to spread the gospel to all people. And we all also individually have specific tasks or good works that God has prepared for each one of us to do, as shown in Ephesians 2 verse 10. We just need to hear what God is asking us to do, and when we do, to actually do it. We can also, like Jonah, choose to run the opposite direction when we do hear God's voice, and God might also respond like he did with Jonah, by making life a bit uncomfortable for us to try and steer us to doing the task he requires us to do. But another option could also be that we try and ignore God's voice and we just do nothing when we know what God is asking us to do. The response from God might then be to eventually stop calling on us and possibly find someone else to do what needs doing. If that happens, then there's only one person who's losing out, and that is us. We lose out in fulfilling our purpose. We lose out on seeing God working through us to help others. And lastly, we lose out on our eternal inheritance. So if you hear God asking you to do something, don't be like Jonah and run away, and also don't ignore God's call. Let's be willing vessels and see the power of God working through our lives. I hope you have a great rest of your day.